Hello everybody. I'm going to do a video today about 9-volt battery interfaces. So you get your typical 9-volt battery and it has a positive terminal and a negative terminal, and it provides 9 volts. And if you're going to use a 9-volt battery for your project, then you're always looking for one of these. And one of these is often hard to get, or if you want one on the fly, you have to order a bunch of them, and they don't always have the right gauge of wire or whatnot. So how do we get these kinds of terminals for an interface with a 9-volt battery for your projects? So I'm going to show you today how to do that by scrapping an old battery. So I'm going to use this old battery right here. And typically Duracell batteries work well for this, just because the innards are good. But when you actually get this thing out, keep in mind that this is going to go to the positive side of whatever circuit you're doing, and this is going to go to the ground side, the negative side. So to make that happen, typically you have to find where the little seam is on the side, where you can see it kind of right there. And so you get a good pair of needle nose pliers and you start gently working at that edge. And once you have a little edge exposed, let's see if I could use this side instead. And you get a good grab of it and you start rolling it off like you're opening a can of sardines. And so you just roll it, grab it tight, and start rolling. It takes a few minutes to do, and this is basically enough. So this little plastic piece that was at the bottom just sort of comes out, and throw that away. And as you can see here, there's the metallic side here, which is attached via an insulated with paper, basically metal lead that goes to the negative side. And so what you do is, now that you have enough of this open, you basically flip it over and push it out from the bottom. If there's anything that's still holding you, it's probably right here. Careful not to cut your fingers, and these edges might be sharp. This is like an aluminum can. And just basically pop this out. Sometimes you need to get a little more out of it to get it to come out all the way. There it goes. All right, here's the little empty shell, and that goes to the garbage. Here's the innards of the battery, which consists of basically 6 1.5 volt batteries. And now you can see the leads. So when you start to peel the top part off, you can see that the positive lead is attached up here, and that gently can be pried off. It's attached to a metallic component there, and so it could be pried off to some degree. There you go. And it's a metallic lead. And the other side is another metallic lead that's insulated. And as you can see, it comes off and it's attached to the bottom of it to another metallic element. You pry that off, and there you have it. So now, basically, you have a connector that has 2 metallic leads. You can expose more of it if you want, but you have two metallic leads that you can connect to your projects. Either you could use a solder, you could solder your wires to it or not, but I have here a red and a white. I'm going to use the red as positive. So remember that when you connect from your project, the red always gets connected to this side because that's going to connect to the positive side of a new 9-volt battery. And so all you really have to do is just kind of wrap it up in this to make sure that the contact is strong, and sort of crimp it together. And if you want to make an extra strong contact, you just double this side over and you squeeze it together, and you have a pretty good connection. On one side, and then for the and you could add solder to it or whatnot to make it a better connection. You know, if more fail-safe, you could sort of wrap it up in it. Just squeeze that a little bit more. It tends to work better. And then you lay that aside, and on the other side you do the exact same thing with the shorter lead, which is going to be your ground lead. And you squeeze it together there, make sure the connection is good. You can bend that. This is pretty heavy gauge wire, so it's a little more challenging to bend around, but seems to work pretty well. And you could wrap it up even further just to get a better connection. But like I said, you could always solder it. And there you have it. And that is your interface. You could fold this up and make it look pretty neat and put some glue on it to, isolate the two sides better. But for the most part, that is going to work. And when you take a fresh battery to it, just remember, here's a fresh battery. The positive side, which is that smaller terminal, is going to go to the positive side where the red wire is connected, which is the wider terminal of your destroyed battery. And the attachment is good. And then the other ends of the wire, you just connect to the appropriate positive and negative terminals of whatever circuit you have. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like it. Thank you much. Thanks for watching.